Ladylyn here. I wanted to share with you some tips for thin hair and wanting to make it look nice and full for the day of the wedding or a special event. I feel like I'm a really good person to give you these tips because I, for one, have super thin hair. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's not as thin as yours, but it's definitely not in abundance. Like when I do a ponytail, you can see my scalp. My hair used to be a lot thicker when I was younger, and I guess once I hit my 20s, it started to thin out, and I've had to find alternatives to how I wash my hair, how I do my hair, all that stuff. The one thing I'm going to really try to cement is avoid conditioner. Yes, you want your hair to be tangle-free, you want to brush through it, you want it to look silky and soft and all of that, but conditioner weighs down the hair. And the reason I say that is because most people start their conditioner too close to their scalp, which definitely weighs down the hair. But if you do it from mid-shaft and down, that should work okay. Another thing with conditioner is people tend to use the wrong one. They're using one that's usually too strong and they're using too much, like a whole handful. Don't do that. Your hair doesn't need all of that conditioner. You must be doing something to your hair for it to need that conditioner. And I'm going to tell you what that is. What it is when you're taking your shampoo, you're dumping it all in your hand, and you're massaging your scalp, and then you take your ends and you shampoo your hair ends into your scalp. That's a big no-no. What you're doing is you're taking the ends of your hair, which is already naturally dry. It's older hair, it's aged hair, it's been on your head the longest, it's probably colored as well, and it doesn't get oily. Then you're rubbing it into the shampoo and stripping what it has left over out of it, which then causes split ends, which then causes tangles, which then causes dryness, dullness, lack of color, lack of shine, all of that, which you then put conditioner onto to help comb it out. So that's what's happening. So when you wash your hair, this goes for everybody actually. When you wash your hair, you want to just use a small amount. Make sure your hair is completely wet. That shampoo will not lather if your hair is not wet. And I mean like everywhere, like even the backside. So wet it down completely. And you're going to start with this portion of your head. Really work that in, like especially that top section. You're going to rinse all of that completely out. You're going to do another small amount, and you're going to work from the back and work on that side. If you find that your hair always falls, lacks volume, is feeling really heavy, you may want to do a third shampoo, or you may want to switch to a clarifying shampoo every week. We've talked about this in the other videos. You're going to use another same amount for the third time, or the second time, and now you're really going to focus in that center area where all the heat gets trapped in. That's where you wear your ponytail. That's where you're not scrubbing very well. So you're going to want to scrub that for a minute or 2 minutes and really try to clean your nails onto your scalp, scrub vigorously, make sure it lathers. If it doesn't lather, rinse it out and do it again. Do not keep adding more and more and more shampoo, because the shampoo's done its work already. It needs to be rinsed out and start all over again. The reason why you would wet your hair down completely is also because you want to rinse off a lot of the buildup that's already there, so your shampoo doesn't have to work as hard. It's kind of like rinsing off a dirty, oily plate. Get everything off of it, and then you're left with the plate, and then you can take your soap and rinse it down, and it's much better to clean rather than swirling around your tomato and pasta and cheese and all that stuff. Who knows what you're eating? So that's the deal with that. The other thing is when you come out of the shower, because you didn't take your ends and prop it up, it should still be laying down. You could put some conditioner through the bottom, rake through it, detangle while you're in the shower with just your fingers. You can also brush your hair before you get in the shower to remove a lot of those hairs that naturally will fall out, especially when your hair's up in a ponytail all day. When you let it down and jump in, you'll be like, oh my God, I'm losing all my hair. That's not the case. That's because the hair that naturally does want to fall off just because you're your body regenerates itself, your scalp, your skin, everything, those are hairs that are still trapped in there. So you can brush that out, jump in the shower, wet it down completely, do 2 shampoos, separate areas. Never take your ends and pop it up to the top of your head. Then once it's all down, you know, run it through. Before you come out of the shower, when you turn off your stream of water, you're gonna shake your hair very lightly and you're gonna squeeze the water out. Shake, squeeze the water out. You're gonna keep doing this until there's no more water to squeeze out. That way, when you come out of the shower, you're not tempted to grab the towel really fast and, you know, mess your hair up and tie it up into the towel, which also causes, if any of you are like, oh my God, my baby hairs are always, you know, poking out. That's why you wrap your hair in a towel. Your hair is, you know, your front hairs are up this way and then they're drying. So when you take the towel out, that's what you're going to be left with. The reason why that doesn't happen to the rest of your hair is because it's technically still damp out there. These are the pieces that are exposed to the air and will dry out. So to help with that, you can still tie your hair up in a towel, but you would just, you know, let these pieces down. It feels weird for a while, but trust me, it saves you a heck of a lot of time fussing with your hair and trying to straighten it after or whatever else you do to, you know, that makes those pieces damage. So yeah, so once you wring your hair out while you're in the shower, you're less likely to grab that towel and mess your hair up. When you do grab that towel and you've, you know, dried off the rest of your body, you're going to take the towel and do the same motion where you're against your scalp, drying it, and then take the towel and squeeze your hair into it to get rid of the rest of the moisture. I promise you, your hair will thank you. It will be less tangly. It will have less split ends. It will have less damage in it. You'll keep your color much better. It'll have more fullness. It'll just be so much better. A lot of us are not taught how to wash our hair. We were kind of, like our mama and dada or whatever, bathed us when we were younger. And then as soon as we were like, I just want to do it myself, then we did it ourselves and only knew how to wash our hair because of the commercials we watch on TV of the girls like, ooh, you know, hair all over my head with lots of lather. That's not the case. Your shampoo doesn't have to lather. You just have to be clean and fresh and smell not bad, and you should be good. So that's basically my prep. It sounds like a simple task and very basic, but it will go a long, long way. Trust me on this. From here on in, I will give other tips, but make sure that this tip is the one you concrete the most into your system, your daily routine. You spent all of your years doing it one way. It's going to take some time to do it this way. Alright guys, stay tuned for some more videos. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment on this video, and I'll see you soon. Bye!